Once upon a warm summer's day, a princess was lost in a book. Quite unusual, I must say. Not of the losing oneself in a world between pages, but of the place. To be outside during a season known for its less comfortable temperatures was unusual for the princess, to be sure. But the princess felt a longing to be one with a season known for its relentlessness, its boldness. Foregoing her regular routine of a good book and tea indoors, she wished to be surrounded by birdsong and coexist with the sun rays that peek through the trees. Not to just observe, but to be an active participant in the season. That is what she wished to do. And so begins our tale for today, of a princess and her quests inspired by summer. Guys, I want to be outside so bad, but it's so hot. Hello, my blossoms. Welcome back to my channel. I am the Whimsical Princess, and today I want to channel my High School Musical 2. If you know, you know, and if you don't, we need to have a watch party because you are missing out. Those movies shook me to my core. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. Summer. It's summer, and even though summer is currently ranked lowest on my ranking of the seasons, with all the things about whimsy and mermaids, especially mermaids, I've been seeing a lot of mermaids, like mermaid core things floating around the internet, I decided I needed to open my eyes to all the magic the season can bring. I'm sweating. I'm sweating. No, I'm glowing, actually. We don't sweat, we glow. Listen, we glimmer. We sparkle. Yes. But I don't want to go too crazy and overwhelm myself. Therefore, I am giving myself some simple summer side quests, including making muffins, wiring whimsical stickers for my journal, and searching for the prettiest flower cup of my dreams. No pressure. So if you'll come along with me, without further ado, let's make some magic. Summer magic. And get out of this heat. Because So admittedly, I was about to begin with the baking side quest, but I've learned the hard way not to cook anything on an empty stomach. So, time for a quick breakfast. Starting with my vanilla bean Greek yogurt from Trader Joe's, which I've been using as a way to control my ice cream cravings, and it has been working so far. After filling it to my satisfaction, I grabbed some chia seeds to add some more nutrients, or should I say HP? Well, I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'm gonna stick to it. Well, to add even more HP, I'm using dried blueberries. Something I've been getting into is dried fruit because I love the taste with the crunchy texture. It's so good. And adding to that, the super yummy cinnamon toast granola from Purely Elizabeth, which I would describe as cinnamony goodness. Basically, if you grew up on Cinnamon Toast Crunch and you were a huge fan, you will be a huge fan of this granola. One could even say I'm a little obsessed. And I thought I was going to stop there, but I can't resist adding some more whimsy to top it all off, in the form of this decorating sugar from Watkins. I've been seeing the word fairy food all over social media, and this is kind of my take on that since I don't have any like star sprinkles or heart sprinkles or anything like that. but they're colorful and pretty, so I think they'll do. I'm also giving myself bonus points for sprinkling as if the sprinkles are little specks of magic. And breakfast is done. So simple and so delicious, and I love how I can see the little trails of color from the sprinkles and the blueberries. It's hard to see here, but it looks really more pronounced when I'm eating it. Now with my health restored, I decided that instead of the baking quest, it was time to embark on the whimsy sticker quest. Climbing into my carriage, we set off to the bookstore. To ease our journey, I thought fruitful to provide uplifting tunes from Hearts to Hearts, apple pie and heart emoji being my current favorites. Even the coachman approves. While the journey was a long and arduous 20 minutes, I found great comfort in pinching the steering wheel cat ears and admiring the lush greenery. And finally, we have arrived. And upon entering, we immediately get distracted by all the books, of course. But can you blame us? I mean, look at this array. All the romance and romancy acting as an immediate draw to my hopeless romantic heart. Okay, it was at this point that I realized I must stop being distracted by pretty titles and magnificent sprayed edges. Put succinctly, I really need to remember the quest. But alas, how can I resist? I especially can't help but take a brief detour to the manga aisle to highly recommend these two for any of you who like a low drama, sweet as honey love story. You will not be disappointed. And back to more of my distracted wandering. And if it wasn't enough to be distracted by all the books, there's all these cute knickknacks to express delight over, of which I am an undisputed expert, even though that is also not conducive to completing the quest at all. I was indeed going to berate myself further, until I realized that in any good game, one is encouraged to explore every nook and cranny before advancing the story. Are they not? It was not long after this realization that I decided it was time to stop my lollygagging and search for what I actually came there for. Naturally, I was pleased to discover they had a bountiful selection of sticker books to choose from, with a vast array of different subject matter, from Cabinet of Curiosities to Moody Cats. But I was searching for a particular brand of sticker book, one that calls to my particular style of whimsy. Although many appealed to me, these two won my heart. And so the sticker quest is thus complete, and now am free to lollygag to my heart's content. Feeling satisfied now that the wonderful stickers of whimsy have been acquired, it's time to journey back to the abode and begin the muffin side quest. Now that the proper attire is donned, it is time to begin. The muffins that I'm going to make today are from the salted caramel banana muffin recipe from SaltNSprinkles here on YouTube. I just tweaked it a bit by adding chocolate chips and not adding the frosting. It's super yummy, so I can't wait to have way too many in one sitting. Let the quest commence. In addition to gathering baking materials, I also needed company in the form of one of my favorite comfort movies, The Little Mermaid live action, that gives all the best summer vibes. Side note, and completely unrelated, I actually love this movie so much that I wanted to do a review of it on this channel. If any of you would be interested in that, let me know in the comments below. I love cinnamon. That's another tweak to the recipe that I forgot to mention. Okay, so while those are in the oven, I figured now would be a perfect time to show what I got at Books A Million. I feel like the footage was really hectic and I decided to actually splurge bought a few things. So the sticker sets that I end up getting are these two. I already unwrapped them. One is this Fairy Kingdom, an enchanted ephemeral sticker book. It is really cute. And what I love is there's so much diversity. It has like little fairies. Not only is it perfect for summer, but I think it's just perfect for just general. It's so whimsy and it was just exactly what I was looking for, especially with the way I went on about fairies in my spring video. So I got that one. And then I got this vintage Blossoms and Blooms. Hello, flowers. I am obsessed with flowers. That's why I call you all my flowers, because we are all beautiful and different and we bloom at our own pace, and I just think they are the perfect way to describe us as princesses and people. But yes, I love flowers. I love learning about flowers, and like the language of flowers is very intriguing to me. And the good thing about this one is that it's not only stickers, it's also a color and activity book. And because it is a color and activity book, I impulse bought these markers. These are dual tip pastel colored markers. I've always looked at markers in the past and I've just always put them off getting them. I guess today was the day I decided to say, yeah, I'm gonna buy some markers so I can finally color and do things like that. I think this is gonna be the first of many, because now that I have these, I feel like I want to eventually get one of those big like marker packs that you see. So pastel colors, they're so pretty. I feel like perfect for summer, perfect for coloring, and that's what I'm going to do and use on my coloring book, sticker and activity book. So the last thing I impulse bought are these. I already have this set of bookmarks, but I don't want to ruin them or lose one and not have a replacement. So this is that replacement. It was funny, right after I said, if I see the same bookmarks, I am going to get them. And lo and behold, a second later, literally a second later, I saw them because I was looking at the bookmarks. So this is also another thing I impulse bought. So pretty. Look at the bows. And they have all these. So it's perfect. I feel like that was a very successful haul. I was hoping to find the flower cup of my dreams at Books A Million too, but sadly that's going to be a very long search for the flower cup. I have a very specific one in mind, and I don't know if they even sell that right now. So it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to have to keep looking and see if I can find. So fingers crossed eventually. But 2 out of 3 is not bad. Speaking of which, these muffins are smelling delicious. If you want some delicious treats that include like healthy swaps for ingredients, something you can feel a little less guilty about, SaltNSprinkles. I highly recommend her channel. She's on YouTube and I'm gonna make so many more of her recipes. So it shouldn't be that long now, because these only take about 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm gonna check with my toothpicks and we'll see. Cheers to you. Thank you for spending the day with me and coming along with me on my summer side quests. If you liked this video, I would be so grateful if you gave it a thumbs up or subscribed for more whimsical content. Until next time, see you soon.